The Tim Heale Podcast's Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories.
Welcome to the Tim Heale Podcast. In this edition, I was hoping to start Series 5, but my guest unfortunately can't make it, so I'm not quite sure exactly what's happened there. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and have a chat about some of the crazy stuff that's been going on this first week of 2022. So where do I start? I just don't know where to start. Well, hang on, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm just going to show you a couple of bits and pieces what I'm doing. I've got a new setup. What I've done is this is the studio. I'm using a new lavalier mic as well as my normal mics, just to see if I can improve the quality of the sound to make it a lot easier for me to get out and about. So the lavalier mic will go along with the Rode Wireless Go 2. So hopefully that's going to be a way forward for me to be able to get out and about and start doing some interviews with people on the road, shall we say. So where are we going? Yeah, it's been a bizarre start to the year. Just yesterday, the Bristol Magistrates Court, or Crown Court, no, it was a Crown Court because there was 12 jury that have said it's okay to go and tear down statues because you don't like them. That one of Edward Colston that they ripped down from its plinth and threw in the Oggin, they got off scot-free, which kind of says that anybody now is at liberty to go and rip down statues. Just beggars belief, really does. So anyway, J.K. Rowling is back in the limelight for now. Apparently being anti-Semitic. Really? Because in the Harry Potter films, in Gringotts, depicting what are they? The goblins, as somebody's taken offence and say, "Oh, they look like Jews." Really? Come on, get with the programme. They're goblins, for Christ's sake. They're a made-up creature. And really, is somebody really upset about that? I really don't know where they're coming from. I just don't understand people's thinking. It's just bizarre. Why are people so het up about things that don't matter? They've called her a trans, anti-trans. She's not. It's just some poxy bloody, what do they call them, lefty lunatic that's taken umbrage. You talk to any of the proper trans people, they haven't taken offence at what she said. But this other clown that's fighting on their behalf, that thinks they're being clever, as well, let's face it, there's a lot of these left-wing lunatics about that jump on the bandwagon and think that they're fighting for somebody else's cause when it's got absolutely nothing to do with them to start with. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't understand people's thinking on this stuff. And so the statues people, that all four of them that's been charged were white people, and they were protesting to be BLM. Black Lives Matter. Really? Oh, come on. I think they were just out to, I mean, they're posh, middle-class irks that have done this, and now they've got off scot-free. Yet J.K. Rowling is still getting this abuse. I don't understand their thinking on this at all. Anyway, there's so much been going on. I just don't know where to start to cover it. Maybe I'll need to. Let me just have a quick look. See, I made some notes earlier of what I wanted to talk about. Oh, right. That's what I was going to cover. I was going to have a talk about masks and this latest variant of COVID and what they're doing to our kids in schools. Can you believe what they're actually doing to our kids in school? They're making them wear these masks for 6, 7, 8 hours a day when they don't work. You read the packet, just read the packet, and it says they're not designed for airborne viruses. So why are they insisting on kids wearing them in class when you can go to a pub, you can go to a venue with lots and lots of people and you don't have to wear one? It's crazy. It is crazy. It tantamount to child abuse. And yet Grant Shapps came out this morning and he said that you don't now need to have a PCR or a lateral flow test to come into the country, and you don't need to test if you're not suffering any, or if you're not getting any symptoms. Yet they're making kids do lateral flow tests nearly every single day. They're making them wear masks in class all the time. Where is their thinking on this? I just don't understand. And this new variant, this Omicron variant, it's showing that it's not severe for the vast majority of people. Most people that get it, it's just a mild cold. It's a bit of a head cold for 2 or 3 days, and then you're over and done and dusted. And then you've got some more better immunity than you have getting the boosters. So come on, people, let's stop this nonsense. Let's stop our poor kids getting this child abuse in class. It's not right, it's not clever, and it's not funny. Stop it. Anyway, something else that just beggars belief. Some Breitbarts decided to give Tony Blair a knighthood. Tony Blair? Really? After all this time? Why does he deserve one? Because he was Prime Minister? Because he did 3 terms? Well, those 3 terms that Tony Blair did, let's face it, he's done a huge amount of damage to this country. A massive amount of damage. Took us into 2 wars that's cost us billions. Not to mention the lives that were lost in those campaigns. Not just British lives, but Iraqis, Afghans, and the 300,000 Afghans lost their lives in the 20 years or the 14 years that we were in there, and when we were war fighting and up to the present day, when the fiasco went on last year of us trying to get out of there. Biden's stupid policy of just cutting and running and just left the rest of the NATO allies in the lurch. and gave us nowhere to go whatsoever. And then they've got these other clowns, Witty, Valance and Tam, giving them knighthoods for their poor decisions. They weren't decision makers, were they? Let's face it, they're advisors. So they've given some really, really poor advice to the government, and the government has gone on their worst case scenarios and had to be seen to be doing something. It just beggars belief. What's the thinking of these people? The pandemic isn't over yet they're giving out knighthoods left, right and Chelsea. I did notice that they missed me off the list yet again. I don't know how many years I've missed the list now. So I deserve a knighthood. Or at least an MBE. But no, they missed me off the list again. Anyway, there was one nice bit of information that came out. There was my local MP, Caroline Dinage, is now a dame. I mean, she does a huge amount for this local area. She's out and about all the time. She is a live wire. She's really, really involved with the local community. But if you email her, she generally always comes back within the next day or so. I mean, she's very, very busy. But, I mean, there she is. She's all over it like a cheap suit. She deserves her damehood. There's a couple of other guys from my regiment that's got honours, which is nice. So what else has been going on? Where else are we going with this malarkey? I just don't know. I don't know where this year's going to go. I mean, there's some real crazy stuff that's going on. We're just letting it happen. Anyway, I think that's a bit of a rant to start the year off. Hopefully you kind of enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of a moan, but talking about moans, old gobshite in PMQs. Old Sir Keir Starmer. PMQ's coming. I've got to self-isolate again. It's so funny when he does it. 6 times he's had to self-isolate. And it's all been just before PMQs. So he missed 2 of them because he's got to go for 10 days, hasn't he? So he's now, on Tuesday, he's been tested positive for COVID yet again. So has to miss 2 PMQs this week and next week. And who gets to stand in for him? Old gobshite herself. Angela Rayner. God, she's got a mouth on her. She is as common as muck. And there's no getting away from it. I mean, she's thick as mince as well. I mean, she left school at 15 because she was pregnant. How? Well, it just makes you wonder how they actually get voted into these things. It's just bizarre. But there you go. There's no accounting for people. If you use your vote, you've got the right to complain. If you don't use your vote, don't complain when you get clowns like her in. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this little giggle, please like it, share, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment. I love seeing comments. I'd like to know what you think of this little malarkey that I've been up to. So, thank you for listening.
The Tim Heale Podcasts. Ordinary people's extraordinary stories.